Hello. Hello. My name is Nick Torres. I'm going to be talking to you about liability issues and disasters. So, beyond the immediate challenges in the face of a disaster, issues surrounding liabilities will inevitably arise as a result of the decisions made in the disaster response. For those immediate responders, the leadership and decision making must take proactive steps to avoid situations where legal challenges may arise. The concept of litigation mitigation follows three goals. 1. Reduce exposure to legal claims. 2. Improved life safety. And 3. Enhanced property protection. Local leaders essentially must adhere to these goals if they want to reduce the risk of liability and disaster. The background in law for emergency management exists in federal, state, and municipal levels of government. However, the most likely source for a potential liability is found in state law. This specific source for liability issues stem from the legal concept known as negligence, a tort concept that is commonly referred in the context of emergency management as the failure to perform or unreasonably bad performance of specific governmental duties. A common example of this type of negligence is, for example, when poor planning choices are made, or emergency responses are made in executive level decision making. However, there are some immunities that exist for government in the form of legal protection from liabilities. Normally, this is carried out on the state level through legislation enacted to grant immunity for official acts within the employee's scope of employment. For federal jurisdiction, there are two circumstances under which the immunity apply: government function, actions done for the benefit of the public, and discretionary action, specific actions or acts, decisions rather than the type of activity. Fast forward to 2004, and following the recommendations of the American National Standards Institute, the 9/11 Commission endorsed NFPA 1600 from the National Fire Protection Agency as the National Preparedness Standard and urged compliance, defined as compliance with the standard should define the standard of care owned by a company to its employees and the public for legal purposes. NFPA 1600 outlines a shared set of norms for emergency management, disaster management, and business continuity programs, while also recognizing the means of exercising plans and making available a list of organizational resources within the emergency management field. Now, one key concept of NFPA 1600 lies in its requirement that all emergency management and business continuity programs must comply with all federal laws, policies, and industry practice. For emergency management, the planning phase is crucial for the successful implementation of a disaster recovery response. For many of the cases we explored from Schneider, from the different hurricanes to floods and earthquakes, we could all see that there were instances where federal, state, and local governments were at the mercy of poor planning, or they just had a lack of collaboration and communication. And as a result, the breakdown from these forces brought about issues. And as a result, these issues of poor planning certainly opened the door to potential liabilities arising from the obligation initially to plan. So failure to establish a mandated plan will definitely result in a legal liability. And in addition, negligently drafted plans would also result in a liability as a consequence for not being compliant with the NFPA 1600, where the planning portion is specifically detailed. Well, I hope this is a good little overview on some liability issues in disaster, and thank you for your time.